No, I think I was missing the last session. I was going through not completely your the video of the last one. I think that was about adjective participle as adjective
Yeah,
adjective, right? Yeah.
yeah.
And for me, I have a bit struggle in remembering those adjective endings, and in that I think this recap of this adjective endings, right? I'm not clear with when you have a possessive article comes along with a noun in either in an accusative or a dative case,
N.
how for example meinem alten computer or meinem,
Don't
you
even
know.
think about it. Just think like if you are using an article and it's dative, genitive, or plural, N. That's how your logic should work. The moment you see dative, genitive, or plural, right, and you
Mhm.
see that you are using an article, straightforward, you should think adjective ending N.
That is alten computer like that, right? Yeah.
What? Yeah, adjective ending is N. Yeah, I mean, alt, whatever the. Let me just show it to you.
But the meinem will be always be meinem, right?
Yeah, yeah, that is something
That
else.
will
Yeah,
not
that is
change.
the ending of the
Yeah.
article. So that is something
Yeah.
else. Yeah.
No, I asked this question because in that one of that slide
Yeah.
you put negation article and possessive article. So what was the? I did not understand why the possessive article there. Then
Yeah,
yeah,
because you
exactly this
have to, so,
one.
so the adjective ending depends on three things, right? Whether you use an article or not, right? So if you
Correct.
use an
Mm-hmm.
article, right? If you use an article,
Mm-hmm.
then you have to find the adjective ending, you have to look at these three tables, right? So, and
Correct.
first of all, so you have to look at these three tables. Now you have to ask which article are you using, like bestimmter article, unbestimmter article, Negationsartikel, or possessive article. Fortunately, for negation possessive articles, the rules are the same, right? Then
Mm-hmm.
you have to ask in which case the noun finds itself, nominative, accusative, dative, or genitive. And then you have to ask in which, like, what is, like, is the noun masculine, feminine, neutrum, or plural? This is how the logic
Mm-hmm.
works. Makes sense?
Makes sense, but I'm not. I'm getting not an getting an example when there's a possessive article is also there. So
Let me give you an example. Control
okay.
C, Control V. Wait. Yes. So let us use this. Let us exploit this slide, guys. We have not yet started. We're just doing revision uh, from a previous session, right? So let us one second. Let me just remove this table entirely. Come on. Yes. So ich helfe. Okay, so you know helper, right? So after helper,
Mm-hmm.
the object will always be dative,
That you.
right? So
Yes.
let's say, Kollegen, right? So ich helfe, now you want to say my colleagues, right?
Mm-hmm.
So dative, it's
Mine
always,
and colleague.
yeah, my, let me just think, n, right? Mine n,
Yeah, mine and colleague.
mine n,
Yeah.
right? Now you want to
Yes.
say my office colleagues, no, not office colleagues, my smart, smart. So the word for smart is schlau.
Slave.
Okay.
Okay.
Now you want to ask what is the adjective ending, right? So first you have to ask, are you using an article? Okay. So you are using an article, right? So you'll the answer, like what is the adjective ending, air, n, s, whatever, you will find in these three tables. Now you will
Mm-hmm.
ask which article are you using. So we know that it's a possessive article and mine is a possessive article. Now you have to ask, is the noun, which noun is it? Masculine, feminine, neutrum, plural. The moment you see plural, you should have this dollar signs or euro signs, or I don't know, INR signs in your eyes because you see plural. Forget about the case. It's N.
Okay. This is love and colleague.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
Mm-hmm.
you should forget the moment, actually, it's not that, you should not even ask, like, I said, like, first ask, are you using an article? Yes. Then you say, yeah, I'm using an article. Then the answer lies in these three tables. Actually, doesn't matter which table you look at. The moment you see dative, the article ending is N. Check.
Mm-hmm.
Make
Okay.
sense? Yeah. The moment you see
Okay. Okay.
plural, also if you check, the moment you see plural, forget about, whatever the article it is. As long as article plural, adjective ending is N. Make sense?
Okay. Okay. If I say an example like I work with my old computer, so
Uh,
ich arbeite mit meinem then should be alter computer,
So first
right?
of all, no, no, once again. So ich arbeite, let's say, computer. Some people say masculine, some people say neutrum. Whichever way,
Mm-hmm.
does not matter because even masculine will be my name in dative and neutrum will also be my name. So computer, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now you want to say old, right? Alt. The moment you see after mit, right? After mit, it is going to be dative,
Correct.
and you are using an article. Just straightforward use n. So this is how the logic goes. Masculine, sorry, dative, genitive, plural, n. This is how you're like in your
No,
uh,
this I'm a bit confused how it got an EAN here because it is a masculine. It's a
no. I mean,
masculine.
does
It's
not.
a
I mean,
masculine
you're
dative.
after mid.
Okay. Okay.
After mid, it's dative, right?
Okay.
I
Then
mean, you
okay.
can apply the
Okay.
logic, right? Computer. So for example, after so the answer lies in this table, right? Possessive article table.
Mm-hmm.
Computer. If you
Mm-hmm.
say it is, this is dative case, right? So answer lies in this row, dative row.
Okay.
Whether you say
Okay.
masculine, it's also n. Whether you say nitrum, it's also n. If for some reason in another universe they say computer is feminine, even then the answer is n.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Even if
Okay.
you say
Understood.
computers, even
Then
then the
also
answer
N.
is
Yeah.
right.
Then also it's N. Yeah. Yeah.
So this is I say.
Okay. Okay.
Remember this: dative,
Okay.
genitive, plural, n.
Okay. Okay.
So in exam, if you are going to give an exam, or if someone is going to give an exam, or if you are talking, if you use an adjective, you know,
Mm-hmm.
try to make sure that you use an article before the adjective, and make sure the noun is plural, because it just makes your life easier, right? Whenever the noun is
Mm-hmm.
plural, the adjective ending is in. I'm just these are just some tricks how not to do mistakes, you know
Okay. Okay.
right? Also you can see, right? So first of all, use as much, use article all the times, because if you use articles, right, forget about, I say, if you use articles, you don't have to remember this table, right? This table, right? The rules when you don't use an article, right? So always use an article. And if you use an article, make sure that the noun is plural, right? And if it's
Mm-hmm.
plural, ending is n. Does not matter which case. Sorry, which case, yeah, nominative, accusative, right? Also,
Mm-hmm.
uh, so for example, just look at this, right? So there are three tables. That means you have to remember 16. Okay, there is something wrong. It should be, yeah, n, 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 n. Yeah, it should all be pink and not red. It is pink. Pink, perfect. I mean, this is, I mean, how I prepared for the exam when I gave the exam, I don't know, like 2017, almost 7 years ago. No, 18, 6 years ago. Uh, so, there are like, 16 here, 16 options over here, and there are like also 16 minus 4, 48 minus 4. There are 44 different rules that you have to remember, right? Combinations. Actually, they are
Mm-hmm.
not 44, right? Just three or four, because if you remember dative, genitive, plural, n, then feminine, e, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then what only, and also you remember, like, masculine accusative is also n all the time. Check masculine accusative, masculine accusative, masculine accusative, right? So
Mm-hmm.
dative, genitive, plural, masculine accusative n, feminine a, right?
Mm-hmm.
Neutrum s, right? Neutrum
Mm-hmm.
is s for, like, it's s for all the articles except bestimmte article. And how do you remember this? Because if so you will be using article, right? So the article will be thus over here. So the sound of s is already there. This is an idiot logic to remember, stupid logic.
Mm-hmm.
The sound of s is already there, so the adjective need not have the sound of s,
Mm-hmm.
right? So again, plural, dative, genitive, n. Okay, masculine accusative also n. Okay, so plural, dative, genitive, plural, dative, genitive, n. Masculine accusative, masculine accusative also n. You know this, so almost, like, yeah. How many?
Okay.
Quite a lot, half, more than half, right? Then you remember feminine a or e. You know, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then neutrum, you remember that it is s, except for bestimmte article, because bestimmte article, the sound of S is already there in das. So no need to add the sound of S, just add A or E, right? Then what is
Mm-hmm.
left? Masculine nominative is left. So masculine nominative, it's air, except bestimmte article. How do you remember this? Because again, idiot logic. If you'll be using the article, right? So the article will be there. So the sound of air is already there, you know. So no need to again make the adjective sound ending sound like air. Again,
Mm-hmm.
this is how you remember, you know. So plural dative genitive N, feminine A, neutrum S, masculine air, you know, and then two exceptions, right? So, you know, any
Mm-hmm.
questions? Please ask if the logic there is still some. You know, this is something. If you remember now, you'll remember forever. If you keep thinking, it will not come to you.
Okay. And how about the on a article? This what is an
Own article
example
is
of?
it's also. I mean, so first of all, use an article. But if for some reason you have to use the article, if you, I mean, you know, if you don't use the article, so then you have to nominative, accusative, dative. The question you have to ask is, if I were using an article, okay, if I were using an article and that article was a definite or bestimmte article, what would that article be,
Mm-hmm.
right?
The.
And
Mm-hmm.
what would be the ending of that article?
Mm-hmm.
So make
Yeah.
sense?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how you remember. It's as easy as that. So, you know, if there was an article, the article would have been there, definite article would have been there, and there ends with air, so the adjective ending is air. This
Mm-hmm.
works for nominative, accusative, dative. Genitive, I could not think of an idiot rule, but you just remember masculine neutrum n, feminine
Mm-hmm.
plural air.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of remembering 44, okay, no, actually like 48 plus 16, no, 40, instead of remembering like 60 different combinations, I think it's handful of 6 to 8 rules, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
life becomes easier. I hope it's clear. No more questions.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I mean, I got it. I have to maybe go through once again. Yeah. Then.
Yeah, yeah, just, you know, like uh, you have to speak loudly, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
dative, genitive, plural n, feminine a, neutrum s,
Mm-hmm.
except for
Mm-hmm.
bestimmte article, and masculine air, except for bestimmte article. If you don't use an article, then to guess the adjective ending, ask yourself if there was a bestimmte
What is the
article.
article? Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
but not for genitive case. Genitive case, you have to remember.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, more questions. Otherwise, we will start with today's session. Okay. So again, I mean, this was I was going to revise, but we have covered it already. You know, so adjective endings we need today as well. Okay. So I hope guys, please ask questions. If you have questions, ask anyone who is very new to these sessions. Please ask. Otherwise, this is something you need to know for sure. The adjective endings. If you have no idea what we spoke so far, just be honest. You know, if I did not get anything, please repeat everything one more time. Okay. So let's look at today's agenda. So this is the 15th session. We will also have the 16th session today itself. Today we have three topics on our agenda. The last topic is, as usual, vocabulary. You will try to learn some new German words that Goethe recommends if you're preparing for the exam. The second last topic is homework correction. I'll try to correct your homework. Now, somebody in the call is thinking, who is doing the homework? Don't worry, no one is doing the homework. So I don't think we'll do any homework correction. I'll check my emails. If I receive some homework from someone, I'll correct it. Uh, First topic is, so in the last session, you learned to use participe zwei of verbs as adjectives, right? So you know there are adjectives in German language, and then there are some adjectives which are nothing but participe zwei of verbs, like past tense of verbs. For example, the program is running. Okay, so this is a normal sentence. The program is running. Now, if you say the finished program is running, finished is past tense of finish, right? So finished is past tense, is nothing but participe zwei of the whatever the verb will be in German language, right? So this is so abgeschlossene or something like that. I hope you get the point. So in the last session, you learned how to use participe zwei of verbs as adjectives in German language. In this session, we will try to learn how to use adjectives as nouns in German language. Please understand the logic. In the last session, you learned how to use participe zwei of verbs as adjectives, you know, So you learned participes y of verbs as adjectives. Now you will learn how to use adjectives as nouns in German language. Okay. So you will, instead of using adjective and noun together, you will not use the noun. You will only use the adjective, and you will treat the adjective as a noun. When you do that, it's quite obvious. I'll show you how to do it. Like in which scenario you are forced or you want to use adjectives as nouns. Any questions, please ask. Disclaimer: if you're preparing for some exam, please do not depend entirely on these sessions. Don't say attend all sessions, I'm ready for the exam. You have to put in a lot of homework. It takes at least 160. I mean, people are quite low on morals these days, but if I really have to teach, like if somebody really has to teach you everything for one level, A1, A2, or B1, that person has to spend 160 hours. Okay. Then that person can be sure, teacher can be sure that you're ready for the exam. Anything less than that, disclaimer, teacher cannot promise anything. Just saying. All right, let us start. Okay, so we want to use adjectives as, so adjective as substantive, and it's nothing but another word to say nouns or nomen. Okay, adjective is plural of adjective or adjective. So we want to use adjectives. We want to learn how to use adjectives as nouns. So you see this sentence over, right? So you see the sentence. The strong ones are often promoted to team leaders, right? So you see, I say, so whatever is happening, okay? So you see the blah blah are promoted. Okay, so the blah blah or blah blah is promoted or blah blah are promoted. I can say the strong man is promoted to team leader, the strong woman, the strong colleague, the strong boss, or whatever. Whatever. Ignore the two team leaders part. I'm saying the strong man, the strong woman, strong whatever it is, right, is promoted. But let's say if I say the strong ones, I'm saying the strong ones are often promoted to team leaders, right? So here, how will you say this in German language? The question is, how will you say this? In English, you can say the strong ones are often promoted to team leaders when it's plural. How to say this? So the way to say this in German language is you forget the ones part, but you remember that the noun is plural. Okay, I'm saying forget the ones. How to say ones? No need to know. Just remember that the noun is plural because it's plural. Also, you are using are, so the noun is plural. Just use strong. How to say strong in German, and that will be, of course, an adjective, strong. And what do you think the ending of the adjective will be? So, how to say, first of all, strong in German? Okay, so it's stark. And what do you think the adjective ending of stark will be for the given situation? Okay, situation is that you are using a noun over here. Again, you are not using what I'm saying. You assume you are using a noun, and the noun is plural, and the article is masculine. So plural noun, masculine, not masculine. Yeah, sorry. Sorry, I'm getting 1 second. Let me just write it all for you before I confuse you further. So I'm saying you have to. I'm saying you say the, right, because it's plural. The strong ones, right? So the ones you don't have need to say. Stark, strong is stark in German language, and this once you don't have to say, but I'm still writing it once. And what is the adjective ending? Can anyone tell me what the adjective ending will be? Anyone? Adjective ending?
Stark,
En,
starken, starken.
N, right? Because the moment you see
Yeah.
plural, it's plural, its adjective ending is N because you're using an article. Die starken. Now I'm just saying, ignore this part. And that's how you say the strong ones. So die starken and are. So I mean, of course, you have to translate all this also. I mean, say all this in German as well.
would the Starken be capital then?
Yes, you are absolutely right. Now it becomes a noun, right? Because now you are using the adjective as a noun, so S has to be capital. So the starken, yeah, often promoted to team leaders. Okay, so this is what this entire session is about. Okay, so how to use adjective as a noun. So to use the adjective as a noun, you have to just think, what the adjective ending will be. If there was a noun, like masculine, feminine, plural, whichever case, wherever this fits in this four or five tables, use that adjective ending. All you have to do is just capitalize the first alphabet of the adjective. That's all this session is about. Any questions, please ask. But this is the, how do you say, this is the main point that you learned today, how to use adjectives as nouns. Any questions? If no more questions, can someone tell me how do I say, this entire sentence, like, the strong ones are often promoted to team leaders. So how do you say, are promoted? So how do you say what is the verb to say to promote? Anyone who is working should know this.
Beforderen.
Befördern.
Beforderen.
Befördern. So yeah, befördern is the verb, right? Now you have to say are promoted. You notice the sentence, right? The sentence is in passive voice. If you can notice, I'm not saying I am promoting something. I'm not saying you promote. I'm saying someone is promoted. This is passive voice. How do we frame sentence in passive voice? Remember, wooden. Anyone remembers the topic from passive voice? Everyone forgot. Okay.
Forgot, but I think we can use wooden. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you use wooden, what else have to use? Whatever is your best guess. How do you say this in German? So the strong ones are promoted. Die Starken. Of course, if you use wooden for, you have to conjugate wooden for the given noun. The given noun is plural, so it will remain wooden, right? Die Starken, wooden. Okay. Yeah. Apparently, we both are wrong. So the sentence is, die Starken werden oft zu Teamleitern befördert. The reason we are using werden and not wurden is for past tense. If I was saying the strong ones were often promoted, then we would have used wurden. The sentence is in present tense, so we will use werden. Yeah, die Starken werden. And in passive voice, how do you frame the sentence? We use werden, and towards the end of the sentence, we write the main verb in participe zwei, befördert. Okay, so befördern is to promote. Participe zwei of befördern is befördert. Okay, often is oft, and two team leaders is zu Teamleiten. Yeah, so anyone wants to read the sentence just to have some speaking practice or reading practice? Yeah, Ruchi, you can read.
Why can't it be sind and not werden?
Sind Sind is like, so this is passive voice, right? Let me see if I can give a strong answer to that question. You cannot use it because if you use, let's say, if what you are saying is, 1 second, yeah. So you are saying I should use the starken sind, and then what do we say after this? What your guess is, Ruchi? Like, how do we frame the sentence?
Oft zu.
Oft,
And then
zu Teamleiter, Leitern, befördern.
no, I mean this. That's not how the. That's not how you can speak. So like in English you have like specific rules. This is how you can frame a passive voice, and in German, if you want to say something in passive voice, you have to use werden. Yeah, there may be other ways to say it, but this is the. So if you say this sounds like the strong ones are often. Yeah, this is wrong. The sentence structure is wrong. Okay.
Okay.
We can do a very quick revision on passive voice. Let me see if I can find the slide. Okay, where is the slide? Come on. Let me just.
I'm just trying to understand how I would know whether it is I could use this or that.
because it's passive voice, right? That's I mean, because it is passive voice, that is the clear indicator. I'm not sure if I'm answering your question, but this is passive voice, right? So because there is no, I mean, the difference between active and passive voice is the subject of the sentence. I mean, if I really have to, like, talk like teacher, in passive voice, the subject of the sentence is the one who is doing the action, right? I am promoting you, you are promoting me, but I am getting promoted. The subject is I, and I'm not doing the action, right? I'm just like, I'm being
Yes.
influenced by the promotion. I'm not promoting
Yeah.
anyone. Makes sense?
Yeah, I
Yes.
think it's like in English also, right? The
Yeah,
are promoted to by someone, right? Yeah.
yeah. So it's, yeah, something like that. Yeah. So let's do a very quick revision on passive voice. So come on, what happened? Where were we? So no, I think I have to start from the beginning. Guys, do revision. Otherwise, I mean, I don't mind revising stuff from the last topics, but not the best use of our time. What did I do? Duplicated the slides. Stupid. So let's do a quick revision on passive voice. Again, guys, go through the recordings. I know they are not, you are used to like really fancy Instagram videos, but they are not helping you in any way. Okay, so let's do how to frame sentences in passive voice. So ich esse pizza is like a normal sentence. Ich aß pizza, also a normal sentence. Like active voice, ich habe Pizza gegessen, also as active voice. It's just that this is present tense. This is past tense. This is also past tense, but this past tense we are saying using preteritum in German, and this we are framing using participes y in past tense. So this is how you normally say sentences in active voice, right? Let's see how you can say this in a passive voice. So if you want to say something in present tense in passive voice, all you have to do is remember this. You say subject, and you use werden, and you conjugate werden for the given subject in present tense, right? And this table gives you ich werde, du wirst, er ist, sie wird, ihr werdet. Okay. And what is participes y? So whatever is the main verb, right? So here the verb that is conveying the message, like the action, eating is the action, right? That verb should be in participes y format. So pizza is like rsc, third party singular. So you will say wird, and essen, its participes y is gegessen. So pizza wird gegessen. Yeah. If let's say it was pizzas, like plural, or pizza, I believe, not pizzas. Yeah, something plural. So that plural blah blah werden gegessen. Yeah, it's as simple as that. Okay. uh, if you want to say something in passive voice in past tense using preteritum, you will say subject wurden participes y. Instead of werden, you will say wurden, and you will conjugate wurden for the given subject. Ich wurde, du wurdest, er ist, sie wurde, ihr wurdet. Yeah. If you want to use perfect, how will you say it? Subject. So you will use sein, and you will conjugate sein for the given subject, and you will have the participes y of the main verb or the verb conveying the message, and you will just say worden. Yeah. So here are the pizza wird gegessen, pizza wurde gegessen, pizza ist gegessen worden. Any questions about passive voice? Any questions about passive voice? Okay. Let's go back to our topic.
Just one question there. The warden is only used in the last case, right?
Yeah, in
Yeah, that's
participes y.
that's
Yeah, in
right.
participes y.
Yeah.
If you want to say something in participes y. Yeah. It will, I mean, warden will say, I mean, all you have to, like just change. So warden will always be there. It will just stay
Mhm.
there. Yeah. So pizza as gegessen warden, blah, 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 blah. Warden will always be there. Yeah. More questions. Otherwise, we have to talk about today's topic. Uh, so, wait. Oh, this is part of it, so I saw that. So, Ruchi, is it still not clear? Like why passive voice? I mean, like
No,
why
I got it. Thank
you
you.
got it?
I
Oh, most welcome.
thank you.
Most welcome. So again, the topic is not passive voice. The topic is, here how we are using the an adjective as a noun. Okay. How will I say this one? The create. Anyone wants to try? Come on. If you don't try, how will you learn? Pooja, do you want to try?
The create creative. No, it is creative.
It's
Uh,
just the same thing. Just say it like a German person.
yeah, the creative loiter
No, you are
brings.
not supposed to use the noun.
Okay,
So people is just there, but
creative. Uh,
creative ones. Yeah.
yeah, the creative Eden brings frio
Okay.
ed.
Okay. Wait. So just okay. Forget everything. Just tell me how do I say the creative ones bring. Forget everything else. The creative ones bring.
The creative Eden
No, not werden because the sentence is not passive voice. It's active voice. Here we are telling you who is bringing what. Okay, let us give V a chance. No problem. Yeah, V, go ahead.
The creative and bring an fresh and idea in this project.
So kreativen, kreativen,
Creative.
bringen, of course, bringen. So ideas is ideen, yeah. And again, you have to use fresh. Okay, this is here. This is where your knowledge is tested. So you are using creative as an adjective. You are also using fresh as an adjective, right? And you want to know the adjective ending for creative, but it's plural, right? So plural. The moment you see plural and there is an article, the ending will be n. But for fresh, again, it's plural. Ideas is plural. The noun is plural, but you are not using any article, right? You are not using any article. So, not article, that fourth table that we had, in that for nominative, accusative, dative case, it's easy. For genitive case, it's little bit different, right? This is definitely not genitive case. Which case is it, Vandana?
Yeah, one question here. When you say don't use an article, what do you
One
mean
second,
here?
one second, Santosh. I'll answer that question. Yeah, Vandana. Which case is this? This
Uh,
ideas is in which case?
I think accusative.
Yes. So, I mean, by default, whenever you have an object, okay, whenever something is an object, if the verb is not sein, heißen, or werden, you should say accusative by default. You will be right most of the time. So, it's accusative. So, it's accusative. Then you have to, how will you guess what is the adjective ending for like fresh is frisch? What is the adjective ending, Vandana, over here for fresh?
I think it's freshen, but I'm not sure.
How do you guess it? Like you have to build that table, right? So, what is the idea?
But I thought ideas is plural, so ideen on freshen ideen.
So, but the end, not ide, not ideen, forget about. I mean, I'm asking the adjective ending. How will you find the adjective ending for frisch?
it's plural, so we need to add en.
So, plural and accusative. So, you have to ask if there was an article and that article was definite article. So, there the das. What is definite article for plural and accusative?
It is a
No, no,
fresh
definite art. No, please give the definite article first of all. So,
the
it's the,
it's the accusative plural the, right?
yeah, it's the.
The ed.
You are
Yeah.
right. Yeah. So it's A. So here is the complete answer. I think Vandana, you are doing one. You said N, right? That's why I'm saying you have to think this way. Yeah.
Okay.
Is it clear how Santosh said A and not N, Frisha and
Yeah,
not
yeah,
Frisha, right? Yeah.
yeah.
So, Santosh, I'll answer. Get back to you. Vandana, please read the entire sentence once, please.
Die Kreativen bringen frische Ideen in das Projekt ein.
Not no. You are project. It's B1. Not project.
Projekt.
Yeah. Okay. So when you learn language, right, you have to pronounce everything the way it should be. Kreativen, bringen, frische, Ideen in das Projekt ein. Okay, don't try to take shortcuts. Yes, Santosh, you had the question. Please ask.
No, no, I was just asking how do you said there is no article here because
There is no,
Ideen,
so Ideen is there, right? But Ideen, there is
yeah,
no article. Where is the article? So for the noun Ideen, I
okay,
think you got confused, right? Yeah.
yeah, I got confused there. Yes,
Mhm.
yes,
So here there is an article, and here there is
the
no article.
creator.
Yeah. If
Okay.
there was an article, then straightforward you could have just said "n," friction, you know, if
Mm-hmm,
there was an
mm-hmm.
article. Yeah.
Okay.
So learn this verb einbringen. Bringen is not wrong. It's just that this is a better way of saying it. To bring something to something. Yeah. So in etwas accusative einbringen. Yeah. So any questions? No. Like I think Pooja was trying to say, like, the creativen people like Personen or Leute, nothing wrong. But here we are trying to avoid using the noun. Okay, that's what the exercise is for. We are using the adjective itself as the noun. This one, anyone wants to try? Anyone? Ruchi, you can try if you don't mind.
The efficient ones complete tasks faster and more accurately. So efficient is also efficient in German.
Yeah, but you have to say it like a German person. Like,
So yeah.
also, you have to replace say the C or say with Z.
So the efficient, efficienten, um,
Just tell me how to say complete.
complete would be fertig machen.
Yes, but it's a trennbare verb, so
Yeah. So machen.
yeah.
No.
So to complete tasks,
Task would be a task I forgot.
what is homework in German?
Hausaufgabe.
Yeah, remove the
So
house.
Aufgabe.
Yes.
So the effizient, fertig machen, Aufgabe schneller und mehr accurately.
Yeah, but fatigue or fatige has to be at the last position, right?
Yes, so fertig I put it at the end. So
Okay.
machen, Aufgabe schneller und mehr accurately.
Just so how you don't really so instead of saying faster, I can say more fast, right? So here I'm trying to confuse you, but so that you can learn something. So accurately, I don't know how for example, more fast is faster, right? I don't know how to say accurate and like more accurate, but how do you say accurate in German? Anyone?
It's a
Complete
genau.
genau maybe.
Yeah, genau.
So
And genau, so you have this like, gut, besser, am besten, schnell, schneller, am schnellsten. So genau, genauer, am genauesten.
Genauesten, okay.
But you don't
So
have to say
oh,
am genauesten. It's more accurately, not the accurate one. So it's genauer.
genauer. So die effizienten machen Aufgabe schneller und genauer fertig.
Yes. So, fetish machen is a good verb, but it's not the only verb to say complete. Erledigen is a much better word. Okay. So sometimes, my colleague will write, Rohit, did you finish the task? And I'll say erledigt, done. Yeah. So erledigen is one verb. Please read the sentence, but when you read it, read as if you are talking to someone and don't want to make the person fall asleep while you talk.
Die effiziente erledigen Aufgaben schneller und genauer.
Yes. So this is the thing. Please don't mind when I talk to you like this, but this is how you learn. So if you speak English in one tone, you also have to speak German the same way. Otherwise, it just sounds very odd. All right. Any questions? Okay. So again, it's here effizienten. We are not using any noun. We are using effizienten itself as the noun. How do I say this one? I mean, I think I know you're just learning new adjectives, but anyone knows diligent? Yeah, the diligent are appreciated for their hard work. Anyone diligent? What's diligent in German?
Maybe I could say kluger.
Kluge, let's go with Kluge, no problem. Kluge is not diligent is like, so there are, I mean, let's say person A finishes the job, person B finishes the job, but they say like, cross the T's and dot the I's, like everything perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Something diligent is something like that. But let's go with Kluge, So, but here, so be careful. It's the you know yeah, answer please.
Die Klugen sind, werden appreciated would be appreciated. I don't know.
Come on, you have to say, you should know appreciate. How do, come on. You never said, say anyone like, I appreciate your help, or I know, like, someone said this to you in German?
No, not yet. No.
Anyone else?
Always in English says, but
Yeah, but
also
you
maybe
have,
hardly.
this is the, I mean, you have to know these things, right? You know how to say these things, like, I appreciate the help. Instead of saying thank you, you should learn how to say I appreciate,
Yes.
or let's say, yeah. So, anyone appreciate? Really? No one? Okay, let's go with someone else. Are punished? Or any knows how to say punished? Okay, use any verb that you think fits over here. Awarded, shouted at, promoted. Okay, use promoted, no problem. Yeah, use promoted, Ruchi, no problem.
Promoted also, I've forgotten.
Here, it's there on the slide, the first example.
Promoted was gifforded, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, somewhere. Before that,
yes.
Before
right?
that.
Yeah.
Um, so die Klugen sind
The sentence is in passive voice. So
oh, yeah.
check the
Okay.
subject of the sentence is not was the one who is doing the action. Yeah.
Die Klugen werden ähm, befordern für
So, this is like this has some basic rules. As said, participes y in passive voice, it will be towards the end of the sentence.
yes, yeah.
So,
Die Klugen werden für ähm, there is
this is like, yeah.
ihre hard work is
So hard is the adjective, work is the noun.
arbeiten.
Come on, arbeiten is plural.
No, hard Arbeit. So hard work would
So if it
I
was
think
just work, you could have just said ihre Arbeit. Okay?
ihre
You have to
Arbeit
say hard in German, that is hard. You have to use the correct
harte,
adjective ending.
ihre harte Arbeit before then.
Why harter and not harten or hartes or whatever else? Why harter?
Because it is the Arbeit.
Not the yeah, the no, but it's not the it's ihre Arbeit. It's possessive
Ihre,
article.
ihre Arbeit. So
So you have to look at, you had four tables, right? At the top you had bestimmte article, then you had inbestimmt, unbestimmte, and like here, yeah, top right you had the one for possessive and negationsartikel. In that, for nominative and accusative. This is accusative because you are using für, right?
yes,
So für.
Harten Arbeit.
And Arbeit is which case? Like masculine, feminine, neutral?
It's Arbeit is the Arbeit.
So
No, it's
feminine. Feminine. I told you, feminine, the adjective ending always will be, or almost always is.
E.
Yeah, so yeah, harte Arbeit, right?
Harte-
So let's see how to say diligent. Yeah, fleißigen. Yeah, I don't think it's the correct one. Okay, I mean, yeah, actually, yes. Fleißig means hardworking. So fleißig or fleißig, whatever you want to say. It actually means hard. Like man muss fleißig. Yeah, it actually means hardworking. So diligent can also be said like hardworking. So please read the sentence.
Die fleißigen werden für ihre harte Arbeit geschätzt.
So schätzen, to
Ja,
appreciate. Yeah.
ja.
Uh, let's, I think you guys need to learn some basic phrases because if you pass B1, you don't say these things, it's not a good idea. So please learn this. It literally means I know to appreciate it, but it is just like a fancy way of saying I appreciate. Yeah.
Mhm.
Or
Ich,
before you give a bad news to someone, or they will say ish, you will hear this now that you know this phrase. You will hear this all everywhere. Yeah. Ich weiß es zu schätzen. Yeah.
ich weiß es zu schätzen.
Yeah. Say it 10 times so that just yeah you don't. Yeah. So this is s and this is sh. Okay, ich weiß es zu schätzen. Some people end up saying ich weiß es zu schätzen. It just sounds weird. Don't make this mistake. Okay, so we have
Okay, one question. One question. You should spare
yeah.
the slide. Okay. In the third sentence, not the third. In the second one, if there was let's say an adject, there was an article here. For example, it should be then the edin, right? So then it should be the creatuen bringen frischen edin,
If you
right?
use the, if you then you have to say the Kreativen bringen die frischen Ideen. Yeah, die frischen Ideen.
Yeah, the frischen edin, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
if
Yeah.
you
Thank you.
use. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, if I use. Yeah.
Is there anyone? Yeah, Prisha, you are there. Welcome back. Please tell me how do I say this in German? Prisha, you are muted if you are talking.
Hi, yeah. Which one? The flexible ones? Is that the one?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I'm not sure what flexible is in German.
Just say it like a German.
Okay. Die flexiblen, um,
Adapt.
um, adapt. I don't know.
You have to know this. If you move from one country to another, you have to adapt to the weather. If you work with 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 a colleague you don't like, appreciate, you have to adapt. How do you say adapt? Come on, you guys have to know adapt.
Uh, die
Uh,
flexible.
what is house called?
Uh, I really don't know because I never really learned
Okay, how
this.
do I say I live in Germany or I live in Switzerland? How
Uh,
do I say?
Ich wohne
So what
in
is the verb
Deutschland.
is wohnen, right? Replace o with o umlaut.
Wohne,
Wohnen, yeah, and add gay at
wohnen.
the beginning. So gay and a.
So, die flexiblen Wohnen
No, no, I'm telling you the verb for adapt is gewöhnen.
geworden,
Yeah.
okay, gewöhnen, zu neuen Arbeiten conditions.
Come
I
on. No,
have
no, you
no
have to
clue.
try. What is working condition? So what is condition?
Conditionen,
Ah, okay,
something
no,
like a
you can't do that all the
conditionen.
time. No, no. What is condition? Come on. Anyone? What is condition? You have to know these things. Okay. Anyone? Sindhu, do you know? Sindhu? What is condition in German? Like under what conditions is this allowed? You know,
Not really, not
somebody is asking
really.
for money, tell them you don't know in which conditions I am living right now. So,
That is Bedingung. I don't know.
Bedingungen.
wedding.
Bedingungen. Yeah.
Yeah. So, again, I gave the verb gewöhnen. Gewöhnen is also right, but anpassen is also not wrong. So, but sich anpassen, to adapt yourself to something, So, Prisha, you can read the sentence, please. Complete the sentence.
Die flexiblen passen sich schnell neuen Arbeitsbedingungen an.
So now you know how to say condition. Now you know how to say working
Yeah,
condition.
yeah.
Okay. Sindhu, try this one. Thank you, Prisha. Sindhu, try this one, please.
Yeah. The motivated ones often achieve their professional goals. Um,
Just
the
start.
motive, the motivation. I'm
No,
not sure with the
no, no. So
words.
how do you like? What is motivated as an adjective? So
Uh, uh, to motivate, to help someone
no,
to do more work.
no. Like how do you say I motivate you? You motivate me in German.
Motivate.
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 It
Motivieren,
motivates the
motivieren.
Yeah, the verb is motivieren. Yeah, that Santosh is right. Motivieren. So motiviert is the adjective. So you know that motiviert. So please start.
um the motivate them of um
After subject, it's always the verb. Just because in English often is before achieve does not mean oft will be before the German verb for achieve. So the motivierten, how do you say
the
achieve?
motivation um arise.
Yeah, very good. Erreichen. Yeah, very good. Erreichen.
Okay. Aeration.
How do you say
Um,
goals?
mm,
Should know this.
no.
Come on. Do you work? If I may ask.
No.
Okay, don't work. Okay. Uh,
I'm working as a kindergarten teacher, so
okay, then like you. Okay, but at least you may. I mean, 2 times a year you may have this meeting with your boss, right? Like what is your this year's goal so that you get promoted. But
uh,
okay,
Z
anyone
or
know this goal?
Z,
Zeal is the correct
Z,
word. Zeal, but it's plural, so Zieler or Zielen. Yeah, whichever one is. Yeah,
Zielen. Okay.
yeah. But their
Okay.
goals. So there. Just check how they said there over here.
Here.
Ihre. Yeah, so ihre Ziele.
Here. Ziel.
And
Okay.
professional is the adjective.
Perfection.
Profession. Yeah, but you also have to use the correct adjective ending.
Perfektionen.
Profession. Yeah, professionellen. Yeah, and because, or you can say beruflichen. It's also
Beruflichen, okay.
yeah. Someone
Okay.
has
Okay.
please mute yourself. Someone has kids in the background. So beruflichen n. The moment how do you know it's beruflichen n? Because you see you are using an article. Doesn't matter which article. You are using an article, era, and the noun is plural. Immediately you should
So
go
it's going to be here.
n,
Yeah, perfection. Okay.
plural. So
Professionellen. That doesn't make sense.
no, it's not wrong.
Professional.
It's not wrong. It's you can say it professional. It's not wrong. Yeah. But
Okay.
it's actually, I mean, it's not wrong, but how do you say on paper, it's not wrong, but like for normal
Eh,
conversations, it's
there's
wrong because, yeah, you know, don't ask me why.
I understood. I
Yeah,
understood. Okay. Thank you.
most welcome. So, this is what we wanted to discuss today. Let's see if I have more examples or we are done. Maybe we have, yes, I think I already gave the answer, right? Santosh, you can try this one if you don't mind.
Oh,
You can use
the,
my
you know,
if you don't mind.
the,
Okay, maybe anyone else?
yeah, well, my kids are speaking here, but the innovation.
No, no, you just have to say the word is the same. Just say it like a
Yeah,
German.
yeah, yeah, that's what the
No, come
innovative.
on. This is not. Come on. This is how I will read. ENN, so in, then O, no, then fau, then innova, innovat, innovative,
Innovative.
innovative,
Innovative.
innovative. This is how you should read.
Innovative. Then
Yes.
yeah. Okay, the innovative sind
Come on. Ah, okay, yeah, right. Yeah, but not Zin. Come on, the
innovative. Are constantly thinking about new solutions.
So the verb is thinking, not. You should not make these mistakes in B1, guys.
Okay.
I am thinking. How do I say I am thinking or I think?
Ich denke.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
just, yeah, here.
Yeah, okay. Now, when denken über neue solutions or solutions, I don't
You
know
should
the
know how to say
German word.
solutions in German, Santosh.
Oh, that's okay. Solution, Lösung,
Very good. Plural.
Lösung, right? Yeah,
Very
okay.
good.
Lösungen, yeah.
Very good. And so the here neu, again you have to use the correct. The call will end. It's read the sentence.
No,
Neu.
so neue Lösungen, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, wenn denken ständig über neue Lösungen nach. Okay.
Yes, not Denker. The call will end. I'll post the
Nachdenken.
link in the
Yeah.
group. Please join that call. Okay,
Okay.
the call will end.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
I'll post the link.